Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'll be your game master for the evening, Jason, and with me tonight will be Rappy playing Keltzer, Duba playing Doc, and Jeremy playing Ozen. And we left off last week with you making some new friends.
Well, Ozen made friends. Being the liaison between Killik and Basic.
But yes, I believe we had ended with them taking you into their hive.
Uh-huh.
And this the
They were definitely very low tech. Maybe lower tech than originally anticipated.
yeah, you do not see any sort of technology or anything we'd call technology. Uh, Now their hives are built up like usual Killik hives, but there's plenty of ways to do that low tech. Sorry, I realize I don't have my notepad laying around. I really don't know where it could have gone to.
Over there, and up there.
Oh well, I've got scratch paper. That will do. But yes, so you arrived on this planet that's tidally locked. So one facing is always towards the two stars it orbits, and one face is always away. And so you have this twilight ring basically around, going from North Pole to South.
So it's always dark or it's always day.
It's always kind of twilighty there.
Ah.
One side of the planet is always facing the sun, and it's all pretty much barren desert.
Mm-hmm.
While the other side is perpetually at night. And so, of course, it's much colder, but And then, like I said, you've got that middle area that's kind of always in twilight. If you're towards the desert side, it's brighter. If you're towards the night side, it's a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
And the ruined city that you were kind of moving to investigate, it's kind of centerish. So, think early morning. The sun's fully up, at least one of them. But
is it one of those things where I can like turn 180 degrees and it's a different there's a different light situation going on? Is the planet that small?
No, it's not quite that small.
Okay.
But so yeah, you landed on this planet. You found the ruins and some evidence of some basically like pit mining. Not unlike what you've seen at the last planet you had stopped at. Just not a tourist attraction here.
It's not the whole thing is their mining operation. They're just kind of doing it.
Well, now the pits look very corroded, or eroded, I should say. So you don't get the impression they've been used any time recently. But you had landed a little ways from the city. We were making your way through the woods. You met the Killiks. Ozen was able to speak with them, and you were invited back to the hive. They spoke of the hive being disrupted.
There was nothing we could do about it.
They wanted to know if you worked for the family. I forget if that's exactly the phrase they used for me.
Technically,
Which I think is more or less what you told them.
yeah.
So they're all kind of excited to be put to work again. Basically, I mean they live to serve. Basically, comes off very much like a religion when you hear them talk about it. You know, this is something they've been waiting generations for.
I mean, Jedi chosen one bullshit. So
they may have also referenced something, asking if something had escaped, but you're not. But I forget exactly.
not something Ozin would know.
Okay. But they take you into the hive. And now in the hive is the one place that you see a little bit of tech. They do have some electric lights mounted on the wall.
Excuse me.
You know, much like you would have torches.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, looking at them, these things look old. But they wind you deeper into the hive. They take you to an area with tables. They offer you refreshment. Your guide is asking you, you know, when the son and daughter will come.
And again, in like very broken Killik, it'll probably be something to the effect of like, don't know if it's a good thing when they arrive, but we'll make the most of it. So I'm to understand, one is dark side, one is light side, right?
That is kind of the conclusion y'all had come to, was that one represented the light and one represented the dark, and then you had the father acting as like a balance for him.
Mm-hmm. Do I remember which one is which?
The sun is always depicted in black, and in the footage you saw those weird hound things that y'all were fighting at the mining station. In the video, they always seem to back away from him and be kind of frightened of him. The daughter is always depicted in white, and the animals were much happier to be around her.
For sure. Then I think I would say something to the effect of, I think the followers of the sun are on their way, but the followers of the daughters have scattered.
Kind of looks at you confused. What followers do you speak of? The son and the daughter generally always arrive together, most often with the father.
Well, if they're here, then they will have. Then I guess they're already here. That's disconcerting.
You said that you served them.
In a way. In a manner that everyone serves them.
Oh, I see. But you're certain they're coming.
Oh, for sure. And it might not be for the best.
It's always a difficult time when they come.
I sense a great strife coming with them.
It is always such when the destroyer escapes.
Come again?
this great destroyer. She arises, destroys civilizations until the family can capture her again. That is why you're
Something
here,
I've ever
right?
heard about. Sure.
No, probably not.
No.
I don't think this was something the old Jedi Order was ever aware of.
No. This is. So I think Ozen's version of like the Republic and Jedi was like very bureaucratic. So like the esotericism like took a backseat to like being the Republic's lapdogs, in my opinion. I think, and Ozen nods and says, "Very well. Well, we will do what we can to once again leash it."
Very good, then. And we will be here to do whatever construction needs to be done.
Is there any construction from a previous destroyer instance that may still be standing?
If she's escaped, there's no way for us to be sure. All right, Jeremy.
Yes.
I'm putting a word up in the Discord. I'm gonna let you take a shot at pronouncing it.
Can do. Colorolic. That's that.
Colorolic. Yeah, that sounds as
Col-
logical as anything.
Colorolic, yeah. I think it does. My tongue is doing weird shit trying to like navigate that LOR.
All right.
Colorolic.
Yeah, because there's two A's in there. Call.
Oh, it's a palindrome.
Oh yeah, it is.
Interesting.
But he mentions that being one of their last great construction efforts.
Colorolic?
Yes, it was a it was a great living space that floated in the void between planets. It could be used to move planets.
Do you know where it may be?
He thinks for a moment, and he gives you a name in Killik.
Okay.
Let's see.
Excuse me.
But the name doesn't mean anything to you. Doesn't ring any bells. But he describes it as a system with many habitable worlds.
I think Ozen would have brought the painting with her. Just has
as
it
you walk
like
as you walk through the jungle, not knowing there was anything living on the planet, you were going to
You know what, that's
hike through
fair.
the jungle with the because y'all were just
Okay,
heading
you know
to
what,
the
that's
y'all were
fair.
just heading to the city.
City.
The way he describes it, though, it sounds like the Corellian system to you.
Okay.
5 inhabited worlds, a device that can move planets.
Is it the Corellian planets? Or the Corellian system?
Yeah. The Corellian system was basically constructed using Centerpoint Station.
Gotcha. Interesting. This is a lot to take in. I'm only now reattuning to the families after a long time away.
But yes, he hopes they come soon, and he hopes when the emergency is over that his people will be relocated somewhere else.
That could probably be arranged.
He seems relieved. You see other Killiks in the room.
I don't want to speak for them, of course, but I don't see why that couldn't be I don't see why that couldn't be resolved.
Excellent. The hive has been disrupted lately, as it always is in this season.
You mentioned that,
and it's only going to get worse as darkness falls.
Darkness falls. You mean metaphorically, or in she kind of like, we're in a cave, but motions towards the back out.
He doesn't seem to get what you mean by metaphoric.
So when you say darkness falls,
yes,
your planet is, at least this part of the planet is perpetually in twilight, so darkness is kind of always here.
Yes, but the light is always here too.
That's true.
We had hoped, sincerely hoped, that they would be arriving. Well, that they would be arriving just right after you. It's hard to tell exactly when it'll happen, but the darkness will fall soon. I know its effect on my people. I don't know what it will do to you.
Is there a telltale sign of this happening already? Like, are there symptoms that happen around the world?
Yes. People's behaviors change.
More aggressive?
Yes.
I was afraid you'd say that.
When the hive is not disrupted, we live in peace.
Mm-hmm.
At least amongst our hive. There are occasional conflicts with other hives.
As things are wont to do.
But as we go through a period of disruption, we separate. I mean, we're still together, but we are not in union anymore.
I see.
But within the hive, we still remain relatively peaceful. But then, as darkness falls, we become aggressive.
Do you think, would that aggression come down to us as well? Or is that...
The family were never affected by it. Though in truth, neither were we until they left.
Interesting.
No, I take that back. That is not what he says. My bad. Mm-hmm. Neither were they until... What would it be? 25 years ago.
What happened 25 years ago?
The darkness started falling.
Oh, that's Ozin in her head, like thinking about things that happened in the Empire
it's far enough
Star
back
Wars timeline.
It's far enough back that it would have been during the Clone Wars.
Oh. I think Ozin stops talking for a second and thinks about 25 years ago. Huh.
Your host stops speaking and is just watching you.
Yeah, she goes through a myriad of like expressions.
Most of which he can't read, but he knows you're emotional. Now, Doc and Kelser, you know, y'all probably see this. What emotions would you say they see run across Ozen's face?
I think they see Ozen like there's heartbreak. There's a million things going through her head now as darkness starts falling after all Ozen can think of. It's like, oh shit, Order 66, and now darkness falls. Huh? What a fucking coincidence. Um, but yeah, they catch that like immediately. Ozen is not having an episode or anything, but is definitely like sinking into herself just a little bit. And I think after maybe a solid like 5 minutes of silence, unless one of the other ones says anything, Ozen will finally pipe in and be like, 25 years ago is about when the Great Jedi Purge happened.
Are you saying that in basic to your buddies or to in Killik?
And then in Killik.
He has no idea what a Jedi is, but okay.
Mm-hmm. They purged people who were. They understand the Force, right?
In theory.
Yeah. They purged people who were proficient in the Force.
He nods his head. It's not something. It's not something the Killik have access to.
Sure. And
that's what he tells you. It's not exactly. I think their hive mind partially works through the Force, but.
Mm-hmm. I was there when it happened, and it's kind of what caused my self-imposed exile from the families. It was a
grief can do that.
It was a traumatic moment for sure. She will actually like sniffle, and like, you know.
When the hive is not disrupted, we feel no grief.
Count yourselves lucky.
But you know, he doesn't know when your rest cycle is. His people, you know, it's essentially getting close to like when most of his people will sleep. They don't all sleep at the same time, but they still seem to keep some of the natural cycle from whatever planet they're originally from.
Sure.
Alderaan, for anybody that's interested.
Yep. I guess I was going to be like, yeah, I suppose, you know. When in Naboo, do as Naboo.
So he shows you to a chamber. There's plant matter to make bedding out of.
He knows it'll do it.
But in like a wooden frame, so it is almost like furniture.
Mm-hmm. There's a wooden frame and just like vines for cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So Ozen is ready to go to bed. What about Kelser and Doc?
I mean, Doc will do a shutdown cycle if need be. Not that he needs it, but
Need to be such an interesting phrase.
Kelser will probably stay up for a little bit.
Okay. Are you gonna hang out in the room they assigned to all y'all, or are you gonna like wander the hive?
I think
'Cause your host has made it clear you're free, to come and go as you please.
And she'll probably wander to the hive a little bit.
Ozin, while she's there and kind of not like making a bed to sleep, I think before she actually goes to sleep, she will meditate on the Force.
Okay.
So it's still hitting her very strongly, right?
Correct. You all have an extra
So
force point while on this planet.
yeah. So I think she will meditate on the Force while she's here. Seems like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
You drop into a trance very easily. You have never
That
felt
has
more connected to the
never
Force.
happened. Yeah.
Sorry, I got something. All right, so you're meditating.
Mhm.
Is Doc going to shut down, or is Doc going to wander the nest with Kelser?
Doc will shut down for now.
Okay.
Do we
So-
all have one room? Or
Yes. I mean, it's a decent
Okay.
size something, but
yeah.
you don't get the impression that the Killiks really have individual rooms as a thing. Kelter, as you wander the room or wander the hive, you see Killiks going about their business. Mostly, mostly they seem to be winding down because it is reaching their rest cycle. But you see some young Killiks, and you notice a little bit of construction going on, like they're filling in doorways.
Mm-hmm.
One of you pass. There are smaller, younger Killiks inside the room that they seem to be sealing off. Now there also seem to be a lot of supplies in there, and and nobody seems to be upset.
Okay.
You also
Also
realize the
there's
young ones are the only ones you've seen that aren't all scarred up. Every adult Killik you've seen has got their carapaces all scarred up. Which you had noticed with the warriors that you met outside, but it actually seems to be everybody.
Okay. She'll file that away to ask Ozin to ask them, because I don't think
Doesn't seem like something that Kelser would have proficiency in, just knowing Kelser.
It's an odd language for anybody to have proficiency in, really, but the Jedi's did collect eclectic knowledge, so.
I think I had it that Aranala, her master, was also like a counselor type, so it would make sense.
Yes. I do remember you mentioning that. So she is a more diplomatic, scholarly sort.
Yeah.
But so you see that at one point you pass by a side tunnel, and two Killiks are very aggressively clicking back and forth at each other. You can't tell what they're saying, but they're clearly angry with each other. They come to blows. As you stand there and watch, two more Killiks run up and start kind of pulling them apart. One of them kind of shrugs that guy off, turns around and marches away. He passes by you, and when he sees you like sitting there watching, he clicks very aggressively at you, but doesn't do anything. Doesn't stop walking.
I had salivary glands. I'd spit in your direction.
That, or he may have said something about your mama. You're not sure, but it was aggressive sounding, probably not flattering. As a bounty hunter, you've been cussed at in a lot of different languages.
Yeah.
As you glance back at the other Killiks, one of the ones that helped bust up the fight, kind of gives you a shrug when you look at him. As you still go back around to the entrance, there's guards at the entrance. They just kind of give you a nod as you go by. And I assume you're in your full Mando gear.
Yes.
Okay. You draw, especially, everybody's paying attention to you when you go by because, you're a novelty. You do wind
Novelty.
up with a... What was that?
I was like, novelty is probably not something you want to say to Amando's face.
And as you're making your leap, you collected a small number of the younger, smaller Killiks.
Mm-hmm.
They're following around, but if you turn around and look at them, they kind of slip back around corners and you hear what you're pretty sure is Killik giggling. And where, a Killik is, a little bit taller than a normal person. Some of these little ones are like the size of, I don't know, rad roaches from Fallout or something.
Oh my god.
What? Insects?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was an interesting comparison point.
So is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Just learning the layout of the area.
Okay. You're fairly confident as you get back to the room you've been given that you could quickly lead your party out, to the front door if you had to.
Mm-hmm.
Just see Ozin like floating floating out of nowhere, just like.
Actually, as Kelta walks in, there is almost a glow around Ozin. Doc is shut down in the corner. You're not sure why, since he's got nothing to recharge on here, but whatever.
Okay. And she'll probably get ready to turn in for the night.
Ozin doesn't realize, but what color is Ozin glowing?
I don't know, just a general lightness.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna go fetch the roommate, shall return.
Alright.
Check safe. Hey, see? And that's why he was shut down.
That'll work. Alright. So the two of you sleep through most of the night. Maybe there's a little tossing and turning because it's a bit of a strange bed. Though frankly, both of you are probably slipping the rough enough that it's probably not that bad now I think about it.
Mm-hmm. Bounty Hunter, Survival Order 66. Yeah.
So you wake up the next morning. Io and the captain have already wandered off to speak to get some breakfast, speak to somebody. Once y'all start moving around, you get up. Kelter gets her Mando armor back on, assuming she ever took it off. Ooh, I'm picturing Mandos on their ships, and their beds are just magnets on the wall that hold their armor while they sleep.
They're always in the pose of like, Mom said it's my turn to turn on the Xbox.
But once y'all get dressed, a Killik you haven't seen before, you don't think, steps in, offers to take you to get breakfast.
Translate as necessary.
Yeah.
I feel like Io just has like one of those wrist translators that happens to have Killik on it for some reason.
Well, if a C-3PO unit can run around with 3,000 forms of communication.
Yeah. But yeah, Ozin will lead the party or lead Kelser to go get breakfast.
All right. They take you back to that room y'all had been in before, because it had the tables. As y'all are coming in, the captain and Io were there, but they're just finishing up their breakfast. Tell you they're gonna go talk to the guide again. See if they can get some people to lead them lead you all into the ruins.
Safe.
What could possibly go wrong?
A lot.
There we go. But well, yes, a lot could go wrong, I suppose. Just a second. All right. So you're eating breakfast. I'm going to assume that Doc, has reactivated at that point and followed y'all in there. You hear some commotion coming on from outside.
I'll ask one of the people that is with us what's going on.
They're looking out the way the sound is coming from. They're looking a little worried. It's probably nothing.
The darkness.
Let me go check.
Is there a section where, like, if someone were eavesdropping, they'd be able to, maybe with some enhanced senses?
You'd definitely be able to hear better.
Yeah. I shall activate that then.
As you're doing that, the one you were talking to starts walking towards the door. The other one in there that was like serving food yells at her about leaving them alone to do the work.
Good.
Seems like a little bit of a overly exaggerated reaction.
On my ears.
You hear Killiks shouting at each other, or the equivalent of shouting at each other.
For anything in particular, or does it just seem like a petty argument?
It seems like several different arguments that you hear echoing through the corridors.
Oh, so it's coming from different directions.
Well, the room you're in. You know what? Let me jump us over to a map.
Oh boy.
So, bottom left-hand corner should be visible to you.
I haven't been moved to a map yet. Let me refresh real quick and I'll double check that. Nope, I have not been moved to a map yet.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Gotta drag us there.
Yep.
Alright.
Should be.
I see us, yes.
Oops. All right, so that's down where y'all are. The okay. Why am I not able to interact with any of the objects or tokens? That makes no sense. See if you can move your token. Jeremy.
Alrighty. Yes, I can.
Never mind. I did not have my.
Wrong layer.
No, I was on the right layer. I didn't have the move tool. I was still on the whole Fog of War tool set.
Gotcha.
That's what it was. Okay. So anyway, so this one here is the one you'd been talking to, and she'd walked off that way.
Mm-hmm.
You had a couple of other Killiks down here. Maybe acting as guards. You're not 100% certain. You're not sure why they'd be guarding the cafeteria, but yeah.
Do they seem like they have, like, I don't know, spears or something in hand?
They do, yes.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty reasonable assumption then. Just always ready. You don't have to be ready if you stay ready.
Fair point.
I respect it.
But they're kind of looking at each other. And we know where they do it, being just kind of standing there on guard. They've got their spear in both hands now. But they keep looking at each other.
It seems to be the problem. I'm saying in Killik.
The darkness may be falling. It always starts with a few of us first and then spreads to the rest.
Interesting. Would it be prudent to put away your weapons then, instead of having them out?
I'm safer if I'm armed.
You're also more susceptible to stabbing your fellow man if you are affected by the darkness.
Well, if he's trying to stab me, I need to.
But if they're both unarmed, then you don't have to worry about that.
What business is it of yours?
I'm here trying to help things.
So the one talking to you starts walking over in your direction. Not like he's, he takes a few steps as he's talking.
Is he still pointing a spear at me?
He has not at any point been pointing his spear at you. They were facing
Just
towards
has
the
it
hallway. He still
just
has it
out.
in both hands,
Yep.
as he starts kind of, fussing at you about not knowing what their people go through.
Mm-hmm. Ozen stands up and...
His buddy has turned around and got the spear kind of pointed at the guy doing the talking. Like he's watching him real close.
Nobody hit anybody.
I'll hit who I please. And the one at the door is like, none of us get through this season unscarred. Maybe the children if we're lucky. Well, the young if we're lucky.
Is but you all seem to survive it.
Not all of us will.
That's unfortunate. I think Ozin just preemptively hits calm on herself.
Keltzer, what you're seeing is some agitated bugs, and one of them seems to be yelling at Ozin with a spear in hand.
What's going on here?
They think I'll say it in basic. They think the darkness is coming, and it might well be, but I also think the paranoia of the darkness is making them more susceptible to dark side influence.
So as that first one as that one guard is ranting, the server that had been going to step off to see what the commotion was, she's begun backing up, as has the other one.
Okay.
She might have been a little aggressive, but she is not ready to get into a fight with somebody.
Everybody, put down your weapons. We do not need to fight.
The one by the door is looking awful hesitant to do that. Though what you're seeing on his face is more fear than anger. You know, the ranting guy, that's anger. The one by the door is just nervous about what's going on.
Am I getting a dark side ping?
Do you actually get those?
I'm just, because I've sensed it before when, I've seen Aerta stab someone with pure malice.
Give me a sense roll.
Yeah, sure. My sense is +1, I believe. Or did I level that up? Or did I mean to level that up and didn't get to do it this before session? Nope, it's 40. $10 total. Oh wait, plus calm is 14.
Okay. I don't know about the dark side particularly. You're sensing much fear and anger throughout this hive, though.
Those are symptoms of the dark side.
Yes. It almost feels to you like a wave getting ready to crest.
Interesting.
This
planet was tide locked, right?
Do what now?
Said this planet was tide locked.
Yes, it is tidally locked. Yes.
Does that mean on one side of the planet is some sort of, or is it just that it rotates in one direction?
It rotates at just the right speed that the same face is always facing its suns.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I think the moon is tidally locked to the Earth.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, with this planet, it's weird because you've got two stars sitting out there.
Almost like a magnet holding them together.
So it's got like a weird, a weird kind of stretched out orbit getting around them both.
And I'll say, I sense fear. I sense hatred. But we do not need to, it doesn't have to be this way.
You hear what sounds like a blaster firing off somewhere else in the hive.
How was blaster fire?
Keltzer, you do not hear it. And even for Ozin, it's kind of faint. Because there's a lot of other sounds going on. There's a lot of other stuff.
Sure.
But you have not seen any of the locals with a blaster.
I think there's outsiders. meaning to do harm. I think we need to go put this to the side for now. We can come back. We can revisit this later. We need to go see. None of you have blasters, right?
They don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So we need to go see what that was.
The angry guy tells you you're the only outsiders that he knows of.
Well, apparently that's not the case anymore.
Let's see. He is. Give me a perception. Would it be command or con?
Well, I'm not trying to like misinterpret his like my actions, so command. Like literally saying, "Hey, squash this. We need to go." I shouldn't say that to a bug. Hey, you
Very
know,
insensitive.
yeah, exactly. We can revisit this in a moment. There is something else happening that
Well,
we
yeah,
need to look at.
roll your perception, because that's what the what those skills fall under.
Yep. I'm going to trust in the force.
This early? Wow.
I have 2 points on it, so I think I'm going to be okay.
This early when there's already a map up. Bold move.
Uh-huh. Yep. 10, 20, 30, 35, 34, 35, 38.
All right. Yes. If somebody is invading the hive, then they must be dealt with immediately. And he runs off down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the way I flavor it here is that Ozen is calling upon the some of her masters, like, you know, diplomatic ways, and putting her own spin on it, because she's not exactly like a diplomat herself, but still trying to lean into it. Let's go, Kelser.
Okay.
I have my hand reaching for my lightsaber. I do not have it out yet.
All right. So y'all are heading down this way.
Okay. Like down here?
Yeah, just anywhere in that hallway is fine. The bottom one, not that the top part.
Okay.
I got it by accident.
Gotcha. So like down this way. Gotcha.
And the calmer, well, the not angry but somewhat fearful guard is following behind you. As you get to this corner here, there's a group of Killiks.
Is fighting?
No, they're all running. They're all moving together.
Oh, okay.
Almost in ranks.
That seems fine.
When your guard rounds the corner, one of them screams at you, "Where are the outsiders?"
Ozen from behind is just like, "Hi."
They have taken Killik life.
Where are they? I can help deal with them.
As soon as they really see you, they just start beelining for you.
Okay. Like attacking, like with weapons out, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Spears. Some of them have stuff that looks like hammers or axes. You know, some of it's obvious weapons. Some of it is tools that make good weapons.
Okay. Ozen, as 4 or 5 people, raise weapons at her, will snap his lightsaber and just be like, "We do not need to do this."
The guy that was charging ahead of you is basically screaming at them that
It was blaster fire. This does not look like a blaster.
let's see, what would he be screaming at him? He's demanding to know what they're talking about, and when they ignore him, he takes it rather poorly. So these two right here, he basically kind of shoulder checks one of them, and that starts a fight right there. While the rest of them are streaming after you. Let's see here. So let's see, who's got the highest agility?
Kelser by far. Well, I guess not by far anymore, but Kelser.
Okay. And Kelser, what is Kelser's agility?
My dex is 4.
Dex. Too many different
30
games.
plus 2.
Alright, so 4. 3D plus 2.
Doc's all the way down there with 1, I think.
Hang on, I'll pull his stats up and see. His dexterity is a 2.
Okay.
And then the Killiks have a 3. At least the ones you're dealing with right here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Doc is following behind you. He is probably pulling his blaster out at this point, but mostly he's just ready to patch up anybody that needs patching up. The Killiks, the ones that were screaming at you, are coming after you. Like I said, these two here are fighting each other, and your buddy in the back is, he starts falling back.
Respect. Get him out of here.
Let's see. So those two are fighting. So this guy goes 2, 3, 4, 5.
They attempted to throw their spears at me.
The lead guy will.
Okay.
Well, the rest of them are just moving up. Yeah, moving up to get closer. Ozin, what are you doing?
I think Ozin looks at them, has her lightsaber out defensively, and is like, "This is madness. You have people killing your people out there, and you're focused on me? I will defend myself if I have to." And she's not going to. But she's going to say, "I will defend myself if I have to, but you have more pressing matters out there than you do over here." And I think she's going to save her dice to defend.
Kelter, what are you doing?
She's gonna shoot.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, she's gonna get attacked. She's gonna defend herself.
I respect it.
I'm gonna shoot 2 of them. Or shoot twice.
Alright.
I think I hear I think I hear the blaster charge up, and I'm like, At least shoot it non-lethally. Incapacitate, don't kill.
See, now I picture her just blowing one of them's head off. Those grow back, right?
It's not how that works.
$27.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're just shooting the first two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just shooting. When the one goes down, then she'll shoot the other. If it's still up, she'll shoot it again. So.
All right. Well, he's gonna try to dodge your blast. He might not know what that thing does, but you're definitely handling it like a weapon. All right. So he got a 13.
So I hit.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. He's 4 away from you. So that is point blank. So yeah, you only needed a 5, so that's a 18 total that you have to hit him with his dodge. So
We were carrying heavy weapons on us, right? Just in case I would have my medium repeating blaster on me.
Yeah, I would assume y'all had gone out into the woods armed for bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case a random space bear pulls up on us.
$30.
That's the damage.
That's the damage.
All right.
We heed Ozin's word and incapacitate. Shoot a kneecap out or something. Don't blast their head off.
All right, he got a 14, and you said you got a 30?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you doubled. So that drops him to incapacitated.
Which granted.
Which is incapacitated is of course -2 dice on anything he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fire on the second one. Don't forget your 1 dice down.
Yeah, I'm 5 dice in, so I gotta up my blaster because this thing takes an entire dice away from me anyway.
All right, he got a 17. But you need a 22 total to hit him.
25.
That'll do it. Roll your damage.
Mm. 24 damage.
Okay. He got a 13 on his strength roll.
Almost doubled.
Almost, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
But he is wounded. I'm going to use blue to mark incapacitated and red to mark wounded. And then it is Ozin's turn.
Spoke what I said.
Yeah, but you said you were just going purely defensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first one is chunking a spear at Ozin.
Work. I will dodge with sense.
All right. He usually has 5 dice. He's dodged, so that's 1 action. So he's down to 4 dice. He's incapacitated. That's 2 more dice down. So he has 2 dice to roll for this.
Oh, you're attacking one of the incapacitated ones?
No, the incapacitated one is attacking me.
Oh. Okay. BRB, bio break real quick.
All right, so we got a total of a 7, but it's point blank, so he only needs a 5.
I got 12 on my dice, so.
So yeah, he chunks the spear at you. Do you cut it in half, or do you just kind of hold the sword up in the blade up in the
I think
blade?
I just hold it in it. Yeah, it just evaporates in the thing.
Yeah, there's a few little splinters from like the sides that didn't get vaporized. He looks the Killik looks shocked for a second, and then you see it scowl up and growl at you.
You don't need to be doing this. You can go. You can go and save the rest of your people.
Let's see, and all the rest of them were keeping their weapons. So that gets down to Doc, who was really just waiting for one of y'all to get injured at this point. All right. So next round, Doc's gonna do the exact.
Bring on the complication.
Okay. Oh no, I'm making a quick roll for these two guys.
Yep.
They're going back and forth. Neither one of them seems to be doing a whole lot of damage to the other one, though. All right. Then Doc will do the same thing he did last round. The Killiks are all the row down here are all moving to attack you and Kelser. I'll come at you two for two. You know, 2 of them on you, 2 of them on her.
Sure.
These two will continue to fight each other. This one, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I better move him.
I'm gonna say, because I have a lightsaber, I'm going specifically to disarm, not to kill.
No, like Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Arms flying everywhere.
Oh, hands. Grippers, whatever they have.
And these two are just moving further, moving up, heading towards y'all. This one right here is going to stop and help his buddy against your buddy.
Mm.
Well, buddy's probably a strong word. But... Ozen, what are you going to do?
I will wait to counterattack when they come. Whichever one comes for me, I will counterattack that one.
Gotcha. So you're still basically playing defense, and whichever one comes at you, you're taking their weapon away, basically.
Yes.
I got you.
I think instead of like actively like going for wrists or whatever, I think she'll just aim to strike the weapon.
Okay.
So because she's seen that it's primitive tech, so she can disable it pretty handily at this point. No one has a vibroblade here, right?
No.
Yeah, so maybe the closest thing that could go toe to toe with me, and it's not here, so whatever.
Yeah. Now most of their stuff is wood,
stone,
metal. Now every now and then you may see something that's made out of a metal they couldn't possibly make themselves, but that's probably just where they've scrapped stuff and
yeah.
Because they are living close to those big ruins, so
yeah, some sort of carbon fiber they've scrapped together.
Yeah.
I think Ozen will. I know the other two aren't here right now. I think Ozen will specifically say, "Aim to disarm. Do not kill them." I'm sure Kelser's going to just shoot at the other ones, but
only through the Force do you realize how hard she's rolling her eyes up under her helmet.
Hey, look, Dube is here.
Ah, excellent. we'll fall back and let him decide what Doc is going to do this round. Then.
Yep. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're fighting a bunch of Killik.
I would say, Deca, what did you do? But
It was Deca.
Ozen, what did you do?
It wasn't Ozen either. Ozen's been playing defensively this whole time.
Unfortunately, they've learned.
The darkness has taken hold of them, apparently.
I mean, fair.
Yes, there seems to be a increased aggression, though in some cases just fear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ozen had let y'all know that she heard a blaster bolt fire off in the distance.
Lovely.
Trying to go in that direction, but
I'm back.
a little difficult. Welcome back. It's your turn.
All right.
Okay.
Well, hang on. We're going to drop back and let Dubitz decide
fair.
what Doc's going to do, since he would technically be choosing first. The first round, we just had Doc waiting there to patch up anybody that got hurt.
I mean, that is the correct response.
But you do have your blaster.
Yes. So again, I take it.
What you've seen in combat so far is one of them tried to throw a spear at Ozen. Ozen just like let it splinter in a lightsaber. And Ozen has said to you all, aim to disable, do not kill. Do not kill them.
I'm not sure Kelter was listening in the first round.
I mean, I incapacitated, didn't kill.
I know. That's why she's affirming it now that both players are here.
Okay. Well, in that regard, with Doc having knowledge of alien races, I would imagine he could potentially figure out where to shoot them to not kill them.
You probably just kneecap them and call it a day.
Yeah, probably.
Every 5PO race's weakness.
Now, you could probably flip your blaster over to stun, too, if you wanted to.
I mean, sure, that'd be fine.
I don't think the repeating blasters can do that, but I think the regular old blaster pistols can do it.
Flip the switch is fun.
Well, lucky for me, it's just a regular pistol, not a repeating.
Yep.
So yeah, sure, I'll throw to stun, and the one with the red dot, has it been incapacitated?
The red dot means it has been wounded, the blue dot means it's being incapacitated.
Okay.
Which, incapacitated, they can still act, they're just at -2 dice.
Okay, well then Doc will assist in trying to incapacitate the one in front of Kelter.
Okay. Alright, and then in Kelter, what are you doing?
Shooting.
There are 2 of them attacking you.
Okay. You gonna shoot them?
Okay.
$28.
Okay, that one's going to dodge you. Probably won't do any good, though. No. You need a 19 to hit him, so you definitely hit him.
Lickety clackety, they rolled tackety.
Let's see.
35.
11. Were you shooting the one with the red dot, or this one here, or the one next to him? Both of them were beelining to you.
the one next to him.
Okay. So you doubled, so he is incapacitated. And were you taking a second shot?
Yes, I was.
All right, same one.
Hmm?
Are you shooting the same one?
No, I'm gonna shoot the red one.
Okay.
Since, being yelled at to incapacitate, not to kill. Gonna incapacitate,
Yep. Respect. Yelled is the wrong word. Commanded is more accurate.
28.
All right, so this one is dodging, but he is at -1 die.
So basically, just being a commissar, it's fine.
He got a 23 total that you need to hit him with. What'd you say you got?
28.
All right, you hit him. He got a 12 on his strength roll. So don't roll a 24.
Already in advance, Deca.
Do what your character would do. Don't worry about me. I will do what my character would do.
26.
Let's see, is there a squished bug token I can put on him? No. So just a red X.
There's not a way for Doc to apply healing, is there? To at least just get him to incapacitated state? It's like
Actually,
we're trying not to kill them.
technically he's mortally wounded, so
Effectively just out of the combat for now.
if a character is that's natural healing, that's not a
Sorry if I turned orange for a brief moment.
You would have a chance to heal him before he died. The little skull on him means he is mortally wounded.
Good to know.
That was Kelter. Ozen! But yours is still dependent on...
Well, I see that two people are swinging on me.
That's true. So you're trying to take one of them. All right. Of the two attacking you, only one of them's got a weapon now.
Okay, the one with the weapon, I will disarm that one.
Okay. Give him an attack roll.
Yep. Let's see. 10, 20, 27 total.
Okay, he is trying to parry. Yeah, well, he didn't even need to roll.
I was gonna say that doesn't work with a lightsaber, so.
And since you're specifically aiming for the weapon, he's not gonna take any damage from you parrying.
Yeah, that's exactly the intent.
So yeah, he's running up at you. Before he can even swing, you just kind of lash out the sword and you lop his little stone axe off just right up above his hands. So it clatters to the floor.
Stop this madness. You have loved ones to protect.
Then it's the Killiks. The now both unarmed Killiks are just they're just coming at you with these mitts.
Remember, kids, they're rated E for everyone.
You You clearly don't want to fight them, which is okay, because they wouldn't want to fight them either. First one up. A 13 to punch you in the face.
I'm gonna like they're still coming at me, even though their weapons have been disarmed. So I think Ozen's going to melee parry, and just like now we're turning into Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Oh God, I almost rolled Yahtzee on that. 6, 12, 17.
Okay. 13. So yeah, he takes a swing, and you separate his hand from his arm right at the at whatever their wrists look like.
Uh-huh.
I think they've got more or less normal hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got, it may just be 3 or 4 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've got discernible hands. So he screams and falls back holding a stump.
Yep. The other one's still attacking, knowing I just did that?
Yes, because he's already declared what he's doing. So.
Yep.
It's not like he was waiting for his buddy to swing and then he was swinging. They were both coming at you.
Yep. That was a worse roll, so we'll see.
He got a 17 to hit you. He needed a 5. So
that absolutely hits. I rolled a 3.
All right. Take a fist across the jaw.
That's fine.
An exoskeleton fist across the jaw.
I'll roll my strength.
He got an 11 damage.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10, so I am wounded.
You are wounded.
Guy's got hands. Okay.
Doc, you're up. You have a wounded Killik in front of you, but you also just saw one of these big bug guys pop Ozen in the face.
I mean, he is a bit conflicted because, again, he understood the protocol was to only incapacitate, not kill.
Do what I do, buddy.
And Doc probably understands from Ozen about the whole situation of the darkness, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So Doc's actually going to perform a heal on the said bug.
Okay.
Just to at least get it to incapacitated.
Alright, healing table. He is mortally wounded. You are going to need a 20.
Done.
Done indeed.
Damn.
You squirt this little foam stuff into the blaster bolt wound itself. Give him a little shot to even him out. And he's still unconscious, but he'll be fine.
He'll live. The good thing about lightsabers too is they cauterize whatever wounds they make. So
I'm gonna go ahead and delete him off the map just because, for combat purposes, he's out. And then
the guy who struck at Ozen, was that the incapacitated one originally?
No, that was the one whose hand you lopped off is the one that threw a spear at you.
Ooh.
Okay. Just making sure. Cool.
Yeah, because he was the incapacitated one, and the other one, the one that just got shot again and then healed, was the one that just took a wound. All right. This guy took a wound. The guy nominally on y'all side also took a wound. But this one here is fine. And then it is a new round. Doc, what are you doing this round?
It's a good question. Wishing it to stun, does it decrease the range of the bolter? Or blaster, I mean. Wrong genre. Or wrong game, rather.
In the
Or
canon, I think it does. I don't think there's any rules for that, though. And y'all are all at point blank range, so it's not going to be a huge deal.
Okay, then.
So for our purposes, we'll say no.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, Doc will train their blaster on this one.
Okay. The Killiks. This one is going to move forward and go after Keltzer. This one's going to move forward and continue going after Ozen. Oh boy here. We're going to say he's basically out.
The one with the missing wrist now?
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough.
He's crazy and he's unreasonably violent, but he's not like berserker crazy.
He's not suicidal.
Everything. Yeah. So he kind of stumbles away, badly injured.
Mm-hmm.
This one advances up to you.
Is that one armed?
Yes.
Okay.
He's one arm with like a hammer, like a not like a sledgehammer, but not like your regular run of the mill hammer either. One of those little in between.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a carpentry tool because they do use wood around here. So,
Sure.
A club for all intents and purposes in the rules.
Okay.
And then this other one's going to walk up. So you've got 3 on you this round.
Okay.
And this one is armed with like a wood chopping axe. And then of course these guys back here are going to continue to do what they do. Ozen, what are you doing this round?
Ozen shuts her eyes, just going purely off sense.
Okay.
I'm going to make 3 lightsaber attacks, all of them intending to Obi-Wan Kenobi, trusting in the Force.
Are you now with the ones holding weapons?
I'm going for their weapons.
Okay, because the one that punched you in the face, is already weaponless.
Yeah,
he just punched you in the face.
I am specifically going to lop off his hands because.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go for all 3 of their hands because it's clear that they did not learn from 2 of their weapons vaporizing.
Behold, you're now the Lefty Brigade.
Mm-hmm.
You may leave, but leave your hands. They belong to me.
Someone out there gets that.
A lot of people out there probably get that. Well, if we had a lot of people watching anyway. All right, and Keltzer, what are you going to do?
Oh, shoot!
Who are you shooting and in what order are you shooting them?
Blue means incapacitated, right?
Yes.
1, 2. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Okay. And go ahead and shoot then.
$30.
That's going to be a hit no matter what he rolls. And that was on the blue one here?
No. I was shooting this one and this one.
Oh, I got you. That's right, because Doc was going to go after that guy with the stun set. Okay, yeah. Got you. All right. Roll your damage while he rolls his strength. He got a 13.
I got more than that in 3 dice out of my 7.
Oh God.
What's your total?
Give me a second. I'm counting.
Math in progress. Please wait.
30.
1 point shy of tripling. So he hits incapacitated. All right, fire at the next
One
one.
less hand that needs to be chopped off.
Well, he's still active. He just got several minus dice to it.
Yep.
$25.
That's the hit. Let's see. Yeah, he couldn't roll high enough to dodge that. So roll your damage. He got a 13 on his strength.
$36.
You said
I rolled
36?
36.
Again, just a little bit shy of tripling his strength roll. So they're both incapacitated. Ozan, it's your go. Oh, wait, you were just shooting the 2, right?
Just shooting the 2.
Okay.
Okay. First attack is going to go on the one that's not wounded at all yet.
Okay.
That's a lot of 6s. Jesus Christ. 10, 20, 30, 34, 36, 38, 40 total for the first one.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh God, I forgot my dice. Lightsaber is 90. Trusting in the Force, that bumps my control to 8. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 8. Damage dice don't damage dice don't get nerfed by dice penalties, do they?
No.
Okay, cool. So 5 plus 8.
He got a 10 on his strength. Let me know how much damage you got.
One moment. Math in progress. Uh, 10, 30, 40, 50, 52. Jesus Christ.
So how much did you get?
52.
Okay, and he had 10 on his strength roll, so you
Lop their hands off.
quintupled his
Something like
strength
that.
roll.
I have definitely declared that I'm not going for lethal, though.
So yeah, he was clearly getting ready to punch you, as he had punched you before. Oh no, you were. That's right. You were going after
The first one.
The currently uninjured one.
Yep.
So yes, you take his hand off at the at the wrist, and the hand, hammer and all, falls to the ground. He screams and falls back and hits the floor and appears to pass out.
Yep. Second attack.
Second attack, are you finishing him off?
Huh? No. I'm attacking all three of them.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, hold on a second.
I'm trying to weasel you into a dark side point, that's all.
Nope. Not happening.
Not today, Sith. Not today.
42 on this hit. Sorry, 43.
That's definitely a hit.
Yep.
He got a 6 on his strength roll.
I got a 6 on one dice alone, so we're up there. And
Now, do you like triple, quadruple?
quintuple again, probably.
Probably.
10, 20.
All right, you're past 18, so he's out.
Yep. Yeah, so. Sorry about the math, guys. I have a lot of dice to roll.
You know, yeah, lightsabers do a lot of damage.
Yep.
Which is why they're harder to hit with.
Yep. Minus one more dice for the third hit. Okay. One of my dice fell off, so I just re-rolled. I rolled another dice.
Okay. I trust you.
Yep.
For now.
Appreciate it. And 20. 25, 30, 36, 37.
That's for the hit or the damage?
That's the hit.
Okay. Yes, that hits. You got 11
All right.
on his strength roll.
Mm-hmm. I'm already at 30 with like 5 dice. 30, 40, 48, 57 damage.
And he's out.
Yeah. You just see Ozen, eyes closed, just boom, 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 as my headset comes off.
Alright, so that was Lightsaber Kid's turn. Now the Killiks go. The one that was attacking Kelter is still attacking Kelter.
You'll get my dice before a dog eats it.
You'd get it back in a little bit, don't worry.
I don't want it like that.
Alright, so he is incapacitated, so that's minus 2 dice. He's got 3 dice to try to hit you with. I too dropped a dice, but I don't have dogs that will eat it. It can just lay there. Ooh!
Uh-huh.
3 6s on 3 dice. So that's an 18 to hit Kelter.
$22.
Okay.
It's my dodge.
In that case, never mind. He whiffs. Let's see, those 3 up there attack each other. So the one I've been calling y'all's buddy goes down. And the previously uninjured one takes a wound.
Are they all just like Royal Rumbling each other over there?
Yeah, the first one that tried to run past, the guard shoulder checked him and they got into it.
Ah.
The rest of them went streaming past past those two fighting to go attack y'all, except for one of them that stayed behind to help.
Gotcha. So it was effectively a 2-on-2 for a while.
It was a 2-on-1. The blue guy here is one of the ones that you've lopped his hand off and he was running away.
Gotcha. All right.
And then Doc. Your target's still standing.
My God. Okay. You say my target still stands? Where are they currently standing? Is it one of those guys, or?
I thought you were targeting one of the ones attacking Keltzer. Or did I mistake which one you were shooting at?
No, it was not the one that was attacking Keltzer. It was one of the ones that was, I think, on the way over to attack.
Oh, they're all dead. Well, they've all had hands.
Incapacitated.
They've all had the hands lopped off, and some of them are passed out, and some of them are running away.
Okay. So
Yeah, so-
what's this
so
one
you-
doing?
That was one of them that was still helping you. He was following behind you, but as soon as that mob came around, he was like, "F this, I'm out."
Okay.
Respect.
He's having more of a fear reaction than an anger reaction.
Okay.
So
I guess I'll go for one of the red guys for incapacitation. I mean,
okay, yeah, you can hit this guy, and he is
All
still
right.
definitely a viable combatant.
Okay, roll blaster, correct?
Correct. This is
13 hit.
easy, so you need a 10 to hit him.
Yep, 13.
All right, roll your damage.
That's what I believe it's 40. So
Yeah, with a blaster pistol, I believe you're right. All right, so he got a 9. Oh, excuse me. That's 2 6s and a 3, not 1 6 and a 3. So he got a 15. But you still put a wound on him. He already had a wound on him, so he moves to. Oh wait, you're doing stun damage now. Let me see here.
I think stun damage just has to go over.
ooh,
Well, the stun damage is he's at -1 dice, he's at -2 dice, and then he's unconscious. So in a lot of ways, it's effectively it works basically the same as regular damage as far as in the initial combat.
Mhm.
You just don't have any wounds to have to heal up, after the fight.
fair enough.
So he is effectively, moved up to incapacitated. He has the same dice penalties, if not the actual wounds. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blue on him.
Will do. Ooh, excuse me.
So he's at -2 dice to do anything now, and any other damage at all, he's out. All right, next round. Doc, what are you gonna do?
Continue to defend Kelser and Ocean, though that's not necessary. I don't recall if you stated that they have been wounded at all. If they have been, he'll heal, but if not, then he'll just continue to play defensively.
Ozen's been wounded.
They have the guy right in front of you, he is wounded. It is not life threatening at the moment.
Okay.
Now, this guy up here that was helping you, sort of. Yeah, he's been stabbed with a couple of spears and is laying down on the ground. He's probably in a bad way.
Then Doc will move and assist. Let's
Okay.
see. What is my movement?
I think you move 5 squares effectively.
One, two, three, four. I should be able to get about to here, I think.
Yeah, and you can interact. This is the guy in question, so he's adjacent to you. You can interact with him.
Yeah, I'll interact with him when my turn comes around.
All
Unless I can do it now, but I don't think I can.
No, you have to take your action in that order after the decoration phase. All right, next up is the Killiks. This one, when Doc runs past him, that gets his attention. So he runs away from the those other two, and he is following up behind Doc, clearly intending violence. So I want to say he's still armed. He's just been shot, I think. This guy continues to run away. These two advance on Doc since he just walked up. So basically, the three Killik combatants that we've still got in play are all going after Doc.
Oh God.
No good deed goes unpunished.
No shit.
So then, Ozen, what are you doing?
I'll look at Kelster and be like, "You got your droid?"
Yeah.
Okay. I will slide over and I'll take care of the one that's only wounded. You're all fools. And I'm saying that in Killik. So I'll go after this one. But after that attack, I'm scooting on up and towards where I remember the blaster fire being. The original blaster fire, now that Kelser's pulled out her piece.
Understood. All right. And then Kelser?
Gonna move up a bit and shoot.
Okay.
Here.
And who are you shooting?
This one and this one are enemies, right? Is this one a friend or an enemy?
They're all enemies.
All three of them with the colored dots are enemies.
Alright. Gonna go right here. We gonna shoot.
I was gonna say you do know Ozen's going after this one, but fair enough.
Which one?
You wouldn't know. The top one, the one that's only wounded.
This one?
Yeah.
She
Alright,
would
then
see.
I'll
She would see that's who Ozen was running towards.
Yep.
Yeah. We're just gonna shoot.
While
That's what
angrily
I'm-
cooking at them.
Yeah.
Go after my droid. Won't kill you. $30.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a hit. Right in the back. Only a rat would shoot a man in the back. He got 11 on his strength.
$28.
That more than doubles. He's already got a wound. He goes down.
Okay.
Just face plants.
And will I be able to shoot this one?
Yes, no problem.
$25.
That hits. He's focused on Doc, so he's not really paying attention when you shoot, so he's not dodging. And it probably wouldn't do him any good anyway. He got a 10 on his strength.
29.
Just shy of tripling. However, doubling is enough to take him down since he's already wounded. And Keltzer, you find yourself really with the urge to laugh at these people.
Oh no.
They're just so weak. It's up to you if you actually laugh out loud at them or not.
No, she's just aggravated that they're attacking her.
All right. Give me a what would Ozen roll? Oh, not Ozen. Wrong
Those
character.
would probably roll sense or control, depending on what it is.
Give me a perception roll, Keltzer.
Perception?
Perception.
$14.
Okay. You recognize that urge to laugh, that's weird. That's not something you're usually... the aggravation about the whole situation, that's normal. But that brief little urge to laugh as you gun two people down is not normal. Ozen, what are you doing?
Disarming.
Okay.
If I hit, Jesus. 10. 20 exactly, Jesus Christ. 20, yeah, 20.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Pull my 9
He got an 8 on his string.
Yep. Back to normal dice. Oh, all of those lightsaber hits that I did earlier, add 1 to all of them because I forgot to do that. But they were already like in the 50s, so whatever.
Yeah. It makes absolutely no difference.
10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 total.
Okay.
So that's like, what do you say? You got a 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's no.
Now give me one additional roll.
Okay. Usually, to resist force things as a force sensitive, it's control.
Yeah, that's what I was going to look at right quick. Oops. Well, I'm looking for a quick definition of the...
In all the powers I've had so far.
All right, give me your control roll then.
Yep. That was shitty. 9.
Seriously?
Yeah. 4 dice.
Okay.
Rolled a 9.
You do not disarm this guy.
Okay. At least I'm not trusting in the force with this one.
You're kind of aggravated, and yeah, you wind up just bisecting this guy.
Oh.
It wasn't a conscious decision.
So you guys were...
Damn it.
It wasn't a conscious decision, so there's no dark side point involved.
I think Ozen looks at that and hangs her head for a second, but keeps going because she knows there's a mission. She just, yeah. If we're out of combat, then I'm gonna activate calm. If we're not out of combat, that's different. But if we're out of combat,
for the moment, you're out of combat, so
okay, then I will activate calm because that is not something she wants on her right now. I'm good. I get it. So calm. What it? Yes.
Oh, I was about to ask you what calm exactly what it is. Calm does. Go ahead.
So calm in this instance, calm. What it usually does is add 4 to any rolls, but specifically against dark side things, I add 8.
Okay. With that many dice, you probably won't have any trouble resisting this here on out.
Okay. But I have to keep rolling it every now just to keep it there.
And yeah, you take a moment and you center yourself and you realize this is an outside effect. You're not sure why you didn't feel it more before now, but
Starting to affect people. I'll look at Doc at a cursory glance. Does he feel like he's going to kill somebody?
Speaking of Doc, make your healing roll for your ally there.
I have a very bad feeling about this, but yes.
Well, that's setting appropriate.
Okay, 26.
All right.
Instead of using a syringe, you use a buzzsaw.
There we go. All right. Yeah. You patch him up again. He's unconscious, but he'll live. Assuming nobody else, comes along and kills him in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
We can hope.
You hear some commotion back in the cafeteria. There's clearly a fight going on back there. With your enhanced senses going, Ozen, you hear it sounds like there's fights going on all through the hive.
Okay.
That just sounds like a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Let's try to avoid conflict from here on and just go straight on to the disturbance. I'd hate for that to have to happen again.
All right, so y'all continue forward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This chamber here is the one that acted as your bed chamber, or your barracks, or however you want to put it. That's weird. I can't scoot the map quite over far enough to get the whole map in here. So basically from this point forward is where Kelter is confident she can get you to the route out as quick as possible.
Okay.
If you're
Cool.
trying to leave, because you're hearing disturbances sort of all over the hive.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it sounds like scuffles. In a few cases, you can hear where there's obviously weapons involved.
I think Ozen just swallows and goes, "We're going to have to leave them to their own devices and figure out why this darkness is influencing them so hard."
Not just them.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Can you get us out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I am going to uncover the most direct route out. And there are, obviously side tunnels and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just Ozen knowing, or not Ozen, Kelter knowing, which hallways to take to to walk out. I have moved people that were standing in the hallways out of the way since Kelster wouldn't know that people were standing there.
Mm-hmm.
The exception are the guards that you saw at the front door. You're pretty sure, somebody will probably still be there. So are y'all ignoring, at Ozen's suggestion, are y'all ignoring everybody else?
Yeah, Doc would just be like, all right, just trucks along.
Yeah. Much as I want to help everybody, it's going to do more harm than good if we have to continue lopping people's hands off.
Nah,
Yeah.
You get here, you hear fighting up that way. You get here, you hear at least a couple of fights up and around in that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Again here, and here, and probably back here. Basically, every time you pass a hallway,
There's
Someone's
fighting.
getting into a fight.
In most of these cases, it's close enough that all of you can hear it, not just Ozen with the heightened senses.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably too close. We'll drop y'all back here. But as you approach the door, the Killik see you. The guards form up. Ozen, you hear them telling each other, don't let the outsiders out.
There's a disturbance out there, and we need to figure something out about it.
You also see back behind this line, back here, you see two dead Killiks. Visible blaster bolts or blaster wounds.
Do they have blasters?
And the guards, no.
No. Who did that back there?
You know who did it. You're all here to destroy our hive from within.
No, we're not. We're trying to help. Your paranoia is the dark side talking.
Yeah, he tells you can't blame the dark. You can't blame the falling darkness for this.
There are scuffles going on.
This is not
everywhere.
paranoia. This is you out to get them.
Oh, did Doc end up healing Ozen?
No, he healed the other bug guy.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, y'all been walking through tunnels, so if he wanted to take a moment to have patched you up.
Yeah, that's more what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Doc would have easily done that if he would have scanned Ozen and noticed damage.
Yeah. In that case, go ahead and make a healing roll.
Swelling. She's got swelling on her face.
Just comes around, gives you little fix, just.
Mm-hmm. Just a little spray on it.
Right,
Enjoy your medicine.
Nah, just specifically, just for the laugh, just a little thing of Vicks just comes by and.
Vicks cures everything.
Yes, it does.
That's why I specifically was saying it.
All right, but go ahead and make your medicine roll.
Sure. One moment, please.
It's a wound, so you only need a 10. So you probably have that many dice almost.
8. Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel fine.
I'm super confident in Doc's ability, so I had to move to heal before he even rolled the dice. He'd have to roll all ones, which isn't impossible, but very difficult.
Oh, we were playing a game Saturday. Superhero game. One of the guys gets the idea of having one of the other characters throw him at a bad guy. Well, at an animated tree. Rolls a 1 on a percentile dice, which is a fumble.
Oh no!
So he plows right into that tree and is knocked unconscious. And got turned into a tree monster a little bit later. Oh, everybody got turned into trees by the end of that one, basically.
What kind of Call of Cthulhu shit are you running?
It's a game based off the old Marvel superheroes rules.
Gotcha.
The alteration power only lasts for like 1d10 hours, so it was a humiliating defeat for the team, but nobody actually died. You know, it was less a TPK than a TPKO.
Be fun to play. Mutants.
They're mostly transformed. The one guy playing a martial artist. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about the that was one of 2 fumbles we had that game, so the chances were low, but it happened. All right. So once you say that to them, they respond. They start advancing towards you, moving around this little mound here.
They're all armed with like spears and shit.
Yes.
Okay.
These guys have kind of full-length spears, as well as like a, either like war clubs or, some kind of smaller hand-to-hand weapon. So, Doc, what are you going to do?
He's just going to continue the trend of attacking the attacking them with just the stun mechanic.
These 2 Killik over here, the ones with the white background are going after Ozin. The ones with the brown background are going after Keltzer. In addition, the one back here, looks over his shoulder and shouts back behind him.
One of them shouted back behind him, like there's more coming.
Like he's calling for reinforcements from somewhere else in the hive.
Like more is coming.
This right here is the exit out of the hive. It's like he's probably yelling down this hallway here to. Maybe there's more guys around there somewhere. Maybe a lot more guys. But that's what he's doing, or what they're doing. Ozan, what are you doing?
I think Ozin is going to. You said the ones on the left are going to attack her.
Yes, the ones with the white background are coming after you.
Okay, so the ones on the side. All right, cool. Okay. Ozin, centering herself from that last debacle, is gonna run straight through them. Lightsaber disarm, try to disarm one, try to disarm the other as she continues forward.
Okay. 5 movement will get you back here.
That'll work. Yeah.
Well, I guess I could let you move it, but
that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Then Keltzer, what are you doing?
Going to shoot this one and that one.
Okay. And you go first, so give me the roll.
$25.
25 is a hit. Roll damage. Got a 16 on his strength.
29.
Okay, 29 is not quite double. But he takes a wound.
Okay.
Oh, you
Here's the other.
second shot at the same guy or at the one behind him?
The other one.
Okay. Let's see, you're needing 10s to hit him at this range. You're just out of point blank.
$25.
Alright, that's a hit. Roll your damage. Got a 14 on his strength. I had forgotten how much variance in size these guys had.
Yeah.
I mean, you're fighting kind of the standard warrior guys, so they're about human size, but the actual race or species can vary from 3 centimeters to 50 meters.
33.
Because their queens are quite large. You have not seen the queen.
33 damage.
Wait,
All right.
the queen.
Alright, so 33 damage. He had a 14. So that's double at least. But not triple. So he is incapacitated. Ozan.
And after...
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
After that, I'm going to back up 1.
Okay, that's fine. Alright,
First attack. Oh, God. 5, 10, 15, 20, 26, 32, 33, 34. 38.
Alright, that is definitely a hit. And you are literally, are you taking out the weapons or are you going for, are you in the hand thing still?
I'm going for the hands because it's
okay. Then roll, go ahead
very
and roll
low. Yeah.
You got a 10 on his strength.
All right, so let me count this. Let me actually count this then, because it's not like some weird force sensitive where it's like, okay, I just got like septupled. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
All right. We'll mark him down as incapacitated.
Yep. Plan attack, 6 dice. $20, $23, $24, $25,
Yeah, it's definitely
$27. Yeah, it's up there.
He got a 14 on his strength.
That one. All right. 12. 30 on my yeah, 30
Okay.
damage. And then she just keep she would have kept going, but yeah.
Well,
As far as she'll get, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's yelling out behind him, and then it just cuts off into a scream as you take his hand off.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are kind of grabbing the stump and falling to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
For all intents and purposes, the pathway's clear on this side.
Yep.
The fight has been taken right out of those two. These two over here, however, still have a little fight. Both of them rear back and throw their spears at Kelter. First one. Only got a 12 to hit. He needs a 10, so as long as you dodge with and get at least a 2.
Yeah, I passed.
Okay.
I got 12. I got 6, 6, 5, and 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that dice wasn't going to stop spinning there for a second. 12. 15 total. 2 6s and 3 1s.
Got straight sixes, which is nice. It's 18.
Okay.
That
One of those sixes was enough to make it miss.
Oh, sweet.
They're just far enough away they have to have a 10 to hit you, so
Okay.
as long as you manage to add 5 to the roll, you were good. So yeah, they chunk their spear, and then they pull their little, clubs or knives or whatever their little side weapon is. Doc.
Yes. My turn to actually shoot something.
Yes.
Poor Bill and Roger. They'd be so jealous. To actually get to shoot the target they want.
They're guarding the ship.
Oh yeah. Well, shift a couple squares. I probably should have done that beforehand. But we'll just shoot at the red one.
Okay.
Boop. Oof. 10.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. He's only 4 away, so you only have to have a 5 to hit him.
Okay, I hit. So
Yes. So roll your damage while he rolls his strength. You got a 15.
I miss.
Okay. So he is stunned for a round. Oh no, I'm sorry. You were firing. You were shooting a stun blast. Never mind. I was looking at the normal damage.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I missed because he rolled a 15. I did a 12.
So it hit, but he managed to resist the stun effect of the weapon.
Okay.
Where with normal damage, you have to double your strength roll has to double the damage roll for there to be no effect at all.
Understood.
All right, Doc, what are you doing this round then?
Second verse, same as the first.
Are you moving up at least?
Sure, he'll move up a couple squares. Get a little closer.
I think Ozin is like urging them all to like continue on. Ignore them if you can.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you can't ignore them, that's fine. But to do so if at all possible.
Yeah, Doc could, if he wanted to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could get up there, like right next to Ozin.
Mm-hmm.
And still fire.
Yeah, sure.
While he's doing
we'll
it.
buddy up next to Ozin.
Mm-hmm.
In the fun.
Okay. And like I said, you can still take a pot shot at one of them. The Killiks. The one that Doc just shot is going to move up after Doc. Though he's got, let's see, he's got a -1 for being wounded and a -1 for being stunned this round. So chances of him doing much to Doc are slim, but he's gonna give the old college try. And then this one's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take a swing at Kelzer. Ozin, what are you doing?
Can I melee parry for Doc?
You're right there next to him. I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah, just going for the. I guess I would actively attack actually, so that I could just lop the heads off.
Gotcha.
But it is gonna look like a melee parry.
Yeah. And then Kelzer.
Go.
One of them is charging you, so
Yeah, gonna shoot.
All right, shoot. It is point blank range, so you only have to have a 5 to hit him.
Well, I got 4 6s and 2 5s.
Roll your damage. You got an 8 on his strength. Oh. There is something I have been forgetting to do. Let's see. 5.
20?
Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. That doubled. He's already got a wound on him, so he goes down.
And then I'm gonna go my max movement, which is what?
5. And technically, you would make your movement. I mean, go ahead and move him, token. But technically, you make your movement
Before I do
during
damage.
the declaration phase.
Oh.
So, like, when you
Okay.
tell me what you're going to do, any movement involved there is supposed to happen then. It would not have changed anything that happened in this round, because
Oh.
the guy would just have met you in the charge. You know, you'd have still shot him.
Yeah.
But alright, so you get up there. Ozen, make your attack.
$24. Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
Ah, okay. Now that definitely hits. Can you beat a 5 on his strength roll?
Weirder things have happened. Yes, I have at least tripled it at this point.
Alright. So he is very definitely out of commission.
Go.
So yeah, you lop off his hand, he falls down screaming.
It's painful, but they'll live. Let's go.
So all y'all just beelining out at this point?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll calm ahead, assuming the comms work. Because BL and Roger are on the ship, right?
Yeah, BL, Roger, your R2 unit. All the droids got left behind.
Yep.
And hopefully Io and Iota are also on the ship.
Um,
Well, they probably wouldn't have had time to get there yet. It's, you know, there's some walking through the woods that have to be done before you actually get back to the ship.
then I will calm ahead and be like, BL, Roger, what's the situation at the ship?
All right. As you run past this side corridor,
Mhm.
you see the reinforcements the guy was yelling for.
I'm fucking looking it the other way.
So yes, y'all are out of the hive. You know, running for the woods. There's Killiks fighting each other outside. Not a ton of them. You've got these 6 here, like following you out the door. You're calling ahead to the ship.
Yeah, I'm asking BL and Roger what the situation is over there.
Roger answers. Apparently, he's manning the comms because you stuck R2 in the turret. So.
Yeah.
Well, sir, we everything's fine at the moment. That we're picking up a lot of movement in the woods coming our direction.
Great. No signatures of are any of those signatures Iota or Io?
I'm just picking up movement, sir. I can't tell who's who.
All right. Well,
The captain has calmed us that him and Io are trying to make their way to the ship.
cool. Everyone we need to get there as soon as we can.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure R2 was in the turret with the cannons hot.
Well, Then, well, if the captain's got it, then the captain's got it. But we'll be over there. We'll be over there momentarily.
Be careful. These woods are like full of folk. Well, I say folk, full
Yeah.
of something.
Just be ready, and Kelser would also hop on the comms big. Just be ready, just in case
Thanks.
you get attacked.
Hot exit.
Yes, ma'am. BL has got his repeater.
Is he at the? Is he at
like
the
I said,
gangplank?
R2 is in the turret. What's that?
Is BL? I just picture BL on the gangplank with the repeater, like, another day of killing humanoids.
Any day he can reduce the number of meat bags is a good day.
Which meat is really on an insectoid, though.
Well, they have meat. It's just like lobster. It's up under the shell.
Yeah.
All right, but you made your way out of the hive.
Mhm.
Now, are you going to basically? Are you going to try to have a running fight with these guys following you, or are you just going to try to ditch them as soon as you hit the woods?
What is the situation at the cave here? At the entrance, is it like an obvious rock formation? Is it like hewn out, or is there like a lot of loose rock?
It's like these. It's obviously created structures.
Mm-hmm.
You could almost picture it as your classic Winnie the Pooh style beehive, sitting on the ground. It's got that kind of
like a dome.
Not quite a dome, not quite a cone though, but something in between.
Yeah,
or a very rounded off sort of cone.
Yep.
This entrance comes out part way up, and then it's kind of like a ramped area down.
Is there any? I guess what I am intending to do is attempting to use some sort of force maneuver that I have to try to make a cave in so that they cannot follow us.
Okay, so you're gonna try to like move object to like tear down.
Yeah,
just enough debris at the door to kind of partially block the door.
Just to make it hard for them to follow us.
Okay. What is the difficulty for your weight?
Oh, I'll tell you in just a moment. There it is. Very easy for 1 kilogram, easy for 1 to 10. Moderate is 11 to 100. Difficult is 101 to 1 metric ton. And I don't think we're getting further than that.
All right, what was that third one? The one that ended at 100 tons? What did it start at?
11.
So 11 tons to 100 tons?
No. 11 to 100 kilograms.
Kilograms, okay. That makes a big difference.
The metric ton is difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, roll on the 11 to whatever then.
Yep. Come on, baby.
You're not trying to do serious structural damage, just jam up a door.
Right. 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh God, I just hit that. 15. Ooh.
So you're all running.
Calm.
Kelter and Doc see Ozen do a quick, lightsaber in one hand, spin around with the other hand, and kind of gesture towards the mound, and slowly make a fist, and the door caves in.
I won't hold them forever. Let's go.
Rocks fall. You hear Killik screams. Mostly of frustration, though. One of them sounds like something may have hit him. And sure enough, when the dust settles, one Killik is like pinned under the rock, or
moving, so they're not dead.
Yeah. He's flopping around. Like I said, it's not that the door is like gone. You just pull down enough structure up above the door to kind of jam it up. It won't take them very long to clear it.
Yep.
But you don't need very long to make the woods.
And we're off to the woods.
And the Killiks that are out here, in and amongst these little structures, they're sparse and they're already kind of occupied with each other.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're just.
So yeah, you managed to get into the woods without any issue. Let's see, and it is 8:52. So I think we're going to stop here for the moment, and then we'll pick up next week, hopefully with the full crew. It'll, depend.
Probably with the full crew.
Basically, with all of you in two separate groups in the woods, trying to make your way back to the ship. So anyway, I hope you had fun. Trying to escape basically ant hill that just got
Escape
kicked.
from Monkey Island.
It was you were considerably kinder to the Killiks than I thought might happen. A few of them aren't going to make it, but you did your best.
I believe in redemption. That's why Ayrtha is my Padawan.
You have to practice what you preach. I went out and found the most screwed up person I could. Which isn't entirely fair. But anyway. So, I had fun running. I hope y'all had fun. I hope anybody that comes by and watches this later enjoys it and will join us next week. What else have we got going on Diabear this week? Jerry.
Same difference. Wednesday is False Call Nights with JT. Thursday is a Night's Ransom with Pink Rambo. And then going back, got nothing over the weekend. Got Dragon Con. If you see some, if you see some of the faces that you're used to seeing here, go say hi to them.
If you see Klingon Elvis, tell him Jason said hi. I got a buddy that every year he's pretty much Klingon Elvis.
Elvis.
For one of the days. He's got a couple of costumes he does.
And then after the festivities of Dragon Con is Monday, Wildly on the Witchlight with Captain Zach, Heath. Wrong captain. But Tuesday is when we come back, and we're back here with Star Wars, our Remnant Shadow and Star Wars actual play with Jason.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
If you and Heath switch places one day, I'm just gonna lose it.
He's got the bigger beard generally, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we will see y'all next time.
Bye.